Good morning. We need your help today. We're looking for some information on a homicide that we had occurred last Saturday on the 15th of July in our city at, well, we don't even know if it occurred in our city at this point in time. I'll give you a little bit of the facts here. Mr. Pernell Robinson was found by his caretaker about 3:30 in the morning on the 15th. He had been gone for about 3 days. He's 49 years old, but he does have some mental issues, diminished mental skills. I don't know the extent of that, but he has been gone for 3 days, but it's not uncommon for him to leave and come back. The caretaker found him on the porch at about 3:30 in the morning, and he looked like he had been beaten up and been in some kind of altercation. She brought him in the house, asked me if he wanted to call the police. He said he didn't want any police involvement and really wouldn't give too much information to the caretaker about this. But according to the caretaker, this is not the first time this happens. He goes out and he gets in some kind of altercations. It's kind of a pattern here, unfortunately, and then he comes home. She tried to give him something to eat. He went and laid down. That was about 3:30 in the morning, and then about 12 hours later, around 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, she went to check on him, and he was in the bathroom. That's when she found he wasn't breathing. We responded there, and at that point, unfortunately, he had expired. So it was a suspicious death at that point in time because we really didn't know what we have, and we still don't have a lot of answers to a lot of our questions. So we need some help. We don't even know if this even occurred in our city. It could have happened somewhere else, and he went home and unfortunately expired. So I really don't have much to give you other than that he was it had to happen sometime in the last couple days before the 15th, so somewhere around the 12th, 13th, or 14th maybe. If anybody knows anything about or had contact with Mr. Robinson or seen him with somebody or any kind of information, please call us. I've put out a $5,000 reward for any information leading to the arrest of this person, suspects, and that's all I really have. We contacted his brother, next of kin, and let him know what was going on, but he's out of the area. So he was unfortunately in prison, and he got out and he never came back to Daytona Beach. So we thought maybe he would have some insight onto his brother because there's not really much family around, but he wasn't able to he hadn't seen his brother in years, and he didn't come back to Daytona Beach. He's in the Panhandle somewhere. We are being told that this might be possibly involved in some kind of narcotics related. We don't know for sure. And the caretaker has been very cooperative and forthcoming and helping us out the best we can. So we got a lot of work to do to determine how this happened, how this occurred. The autopsy ruled it was a homicide, and that was done, I believe, on Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday morning. So at that point in time, now we have to go put the puzzle together, and we need the public's help. And please, if you saw something, please call us, let us know. Just help us out here. We want to try to solve this case and get some closure for the family. So I'll open up to questions at this point in time.
Chief, what kind of injuries did the autopsy report reveal?
I think it was some blunt force trauma, I believe, but I don't know. Too much more than I want to say about that at this point in time.
Can you say where on the body?
No, I'm not going to put that out right now. No.
But
it's an active open investigation.
I'm sorry, but he was bloodied a little bit from whatever.
When the caretaker found him, he had dried blood on his face and his body. But according to her, this is common. He has a pattern of going out and getting beaten up and comes home. And he didn't want any kind of police involvement, any medical involvement. He refused. He told her absolutely not. So he was talking to her, he was communicating with her, and she just got him something to eat and put him in the bedroom and let him go to sleep. And then when she checked on him later that afternoon, of course, from 3:30 in the morning to later, about 12 hours later, she found him when he wasn't breathing. So,
what do you think drugs may be involved?
That's what we're hearing from the information we're getting from the caretaker that he had some issues with drugs. So that could be a possibility. Unfortunately, drugs seem to be involved in everything out here, whether it be property crimes, persons crimes. It's unfortunately always comes back to it. There's always a nexus to some kind of drug-related activity. So that's why drug enforcement is very important, and that's why we try to really go out there and remove the drugs off the streets and take the drug dealers out of business and remove that supply and demand.
Anyone in the neighborhood, Chief? I know she lives close to kind of an area where you frequently deal with drug issues. Anyone able to tell you that they see him or that he's out and about regularly?
No, we really have nothing at this point in time. They keep to themselves. He goes out and does his thing and comes back. He had been gone for 3 days, and she just happened to see him on the porch sitting there about 3:30 in the morning. It looked like he had been beaten up, like I said, and he refused the police, refused medical attention, didn't want to be bothered, just wanted to go to bed, and that's when she found him 12, or so hours later that he was expired. So I don't even know if this actual attack beating occurred in our city. It's quite possible it could have occurred somewhere else, and he just made his way home and unfortunately passed away. So we don't know. So we need your help. I got $5,000 on the table. Come out and help us out. Give us some information. You know, I have a 49-year-old male that was murdered here, and we need to find out. We need to close this case, and he had to know something. He had, you know, if there's a pattern of him going around in the streets, and maybe he had a fight with somebody, maybe somebody saw him with somebody. So, and he has a history of doing this. I don't know why the caretaker didn't call us earlier to let us know years past or whatever that we could maybe do an intervention for this guy if he does have, from what I'm being told, a diminished mental capacity. Maybe get us involved earlier and let us know. Maybe we could do some kind of intervention, try to help him out. Maybe try to, you know. But you know, when people don't come forward and don't tell us these things, we can't do anything. So it's very important that you report these type of things to the police. If you see something, report it. If anybody's seen Mr. Robinson with somebody over the last week, let us know. Come forward.
Did he have any previous drug charges?
I don't know his history. I don't know his history at this point in time. I didn't pull his criminal history.
We were hearing he may have been a victim of an assault maybe a year and a half ago. Do you think that may have any connection to what happened?
Well, no, I just told you he goes out and he's been beaten up before in the past, so I don't know if that's related or whatnot, or if he got into a fight with somebody, if it was something over drugs. Right now, we don't have any hard, facts. All we have is somebody came home, they were alive when they came home, and about 12 hours later they passed away. Evidently, he was beaten up. I wish the caretaker would have called us immediately, so we could have probably got him to the hospital. Who knows what could have happened at that point in time, and we could maybe interview him and find out what's going on. But when people don't call the police, there's not much we can do. Now we have unfortunately, we have a deceased male that expired. The medical examiner ruled it was homicide, so now we have to investigate, and we don't even know if it occurred in our city. So we need help. I think somebody saw something, and somebody should be able to call us and let us know. If you want to remain anonymous, just put us in the right direction, help us out, and we really need your help on this one.
She was a live-in caretaker,
Yes.
right? Did she have any other kind of relationship with him?
I think it was almost like, not really like a family, blood family. I don't know if they were
Godmother, she said.
Godmother? Yeah, but nothing in a romantic way or anything like that. More like a motherly type figure, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She took care of him. From what I'm being told, he had severe mental diminished capacity. I don't know what level that was at. Sometimes if people just pick up the phone and call, regardless if somebody says they don't want the police, but if they were beaten up, you should have picked up the phone and called us.
When you say diminished, he was 49 years old. Did he suffer from some kind of early onset of Alzheimer's?
I'm saying that I'm not a doctor.
Okay.
I have no idea. I never met the gentleman. I don't know. I'm just being told that he had some kind of mental diminished mental capacity. So I don't know. I know we need one thing I do know is we need the public's help. We need your help out there to help us solve this one. And I think it can be solved if somebody comes forward and just helps us out. $5,000. So please help us out.
Do you know the name of the brother?
I don't know the name of the brother. No.
Thanks, Chief.
Okay, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate your help.